Hello everyone, it's the Club Racing UK podcast back after 4 weeks away. How are we all doing?
4 weeks?
4 weeks, mate. 4 weeks.
Where has that gone?
Nice cheeky break.
Nice cheeky break. Well, I wasn't on a break. It was you two. You were on a beer up at Goodwood, I believe, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. You two were having many beers at Goodwood.
Yes, was that 2 weeks ago already? Jesus,
pretty much.
Christ, where's that gone?
Well, a long way, that's what. Right, so a bit of a low-key tonight. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in already. We've got All Square Racing Road, Vicky Pratt, James Stone Street, Andrew Banthorpe, Matt Cleary. I've got to explain this. She's upstairs, not sure how long I've got. Matt, it's the wife's birthday, and you've tuned in to watch the podcast.
Matt!
Brilliant.
No! Right, straight up.
He texted me earlier.
Matt, free sticker coming your way for that. Straight up. Send me your details. Free sticker inbound. No chance.
Jason Stone, evening all. Good to see you. Tim Stratton, Taylor Norton, Marion Stratton. Right, guys, so it's a return of the Club Racing UK podcast. And as I explained on the little preview that I put out yesterday, it's a bit of a low-key one, to be honest. We haven't got any guests on, but what we wanted to do was sort of come on, tell you a bit about how our year's going so far, what's actually caught our eye in terms of drivers, people that have been out doing the good things in club motorsport, what's actually taken us by surprise this year, whether it's been negative or positive. We've got a couple of negative points in there which we will address. I know Nick's got a very positive one in there which we absolutely love that came to a head last weekend at the British Grand Prix, actually. But first of all, I must introduce, I have been terribly rude, I must introduce, as usual, it's Club Racing UK, Stefan Marsh and Nick Holmes. How are we doing?
Yay! Hi.
I do have a quick point, and it's not a point at all. Just everyone that's watching, thank you for coming back to watch the podcast. If everyone can hit the like, the thumbs up, comment, anything you can, it just helps us beat the stupid YouTube and Facebook algorithms and analytics to help us push us far and wide. Go on.
Sorry, Steph. Can you say those 2 words again for us, please?
Nope.
Algorithms and that.
For anyone who didn't get that is the algorithms.
Yep.
And analytics.
My mumbling gets in the way.
Blah, 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 blah.
It could be, to be fair, guys, and I know Nick's not very interested. It could be quite a historic night tonight. We've got to ask the question: has Boris gone yet? Checking BBC.
No. I'm gone. Sorry, done. I told you. If you're going to talk politics, I'm leaving the show. Goodbye.
No, it's just good fun to see someone that's.
Apparently, the sources of Number 10 are saying the minister will not resign.
Oh, there we go. Well. Rat's leaving a sinking ship, and Nick's already left, so it's going to be an even better podcast, Steph, with just me and you, mate. So we'll crack on. To be fair, we've got some more comments coming in. So we've got the likes of Taylor Norton, Marion, Matt Cleary's come back. He said the commitment. We love your commitment, Matt. We absolutely love you for it. Thank you. Chris Doherty, Ashley Weaving. Oh, Nick's back. Should we bring him on?
Nah.
Hello, Stroppy.
Just empty threats, mate. Empty threats.
I know, every time.
No, I'll quite happily leave if you want to talk politics.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Stu Waite joins us. James Stone Street. I'm already saying yes to this before I bring this comment up. Steph, you're going to agree with me. If Boris goes during the show tonight, Nick needs to dye his beard pink.
Yep, that's happening.
So if we could get people on Boris watch, so as soon as he resigns, we need the timestamp and work out if we were on air then. So Nick's going to want to make sure that this show goes as quickly as possible because he doesn't want to dye his beard pink.
He probably would, actually.
He probably would, to be fair. So 6 months. 6 months has gone already in the 2022
I was going to say, what, since our last show? It ain't been 6 months.
No?
Feels like it, doesn't it, everyone?
It does. It feels like years, to be honest. James also apologised. He said, sorry, Nick. We're not apologising for that, James. It was a pucker idea. Jamie Peter Ennis comments in. Evening, lads. I have to start with the apology. Due to Prawn being ridiculously busy with work, we haven't been able to get to Thruxton to do our track walk before this weekend's Classic Thunder Race. Of course, he will be in the Thruxton Mafia when the Classic Touring Car Racing Club descends on it this weekend and see what his Audi A3 gets up to down there.
I'm gutted. I'm working this weekend. I was going to come down.
I'm at Donington with the C1s, otherwise I probably would have been there as well. So they did get a chance to do the track walk for the Classic Thunder Race. Having seen him and his car, he will be fine. Rob, thanks for the climb works with regards to the grid walk. Jamie Peter Ennis, if you have a chance, ladies and gentlemen, check out the Fun Cup footage where Jamie Peter Ennis was out walking out and about. It's a superb bit of television. Jamie, superb, mate. Keep going.
Yeah, keep it up, mate. It's good.
Keep it up. Mary Stroke took it a bit too long to come back, as I've expected.
Sorry, everyone.
Right, guys. So we're going to sum up. So we've had 6 months already in 2022. So how's your year been so far? Shall we, Steph? Do you want to go first?
What's this? Start at the lower end and work our way up.
Yeah. It's a bit harsh.
It is a little bit. Oh, come on.
What do you want to talk about, Rob?
Anything. How's your season been for starters? Because obviously everyone knows you race a certain brand of car. We're not going to call it a micro. We're going to call it a mini.
Yeah, I mean the season. I don't know. Usual up and down, isn't it? Usual motorsport season. I say most recently we've been to Anglesey for the first time. It's a quality track. Love the track. Being there for the first time. Great view when you're driving around. Awesome.
Yeah, stunning place.
Stunning when
because didn't you go the week after, Rob? Was it the week after or 2 weeks after?
It was something like 2 weeks after you guys went. Then the C1s were there, and that's when I went up
to
TV coverage for that.
You broke your Anglesey virginity.
Yeah.
A Welshman that's never been to Anglesey.
I've been on the island before, but I've never been to the circuit. That's it.
Fair enough.
But it is stunning, and it is a shame that the British touring cars don't go there. I understand why they don't. What a place, though! Just absolutely stunning. And I had to keep saying it in the broadcast because it was just, the mountains to the left-hand side as you're still on the pit lane, looking out over the Irish Sea, just beautiful. the scenery was unreal. I can imagine on a real cold, wet day, it could
Not
be
so
quite
much.
not so much. You would not want to be there.
My first ever Anglesey experience was a cold, wet, nasty, horrible weekend. That was actually my first taste of club racing as well. So
it was.
Ashley Shellswell.
Ashley Shellswell has commented, Steph. I'm sorry, mate. If someone comments in, we've got to get it up. I see the mini is up for sale.
Hold on.
I see that sums up Steph's season. Steph, the mini is up for sale.
That pretty much sums up the season. Moving on. It's up for sale. So if anyone wants a well looked after,
well
very
maintained,
good build, well maintained mini that's had a lot of money spent on it, I'll give you a good price.
Hey, look, come on, look. We should all jokes aside. Everybody knows the mini is quite well documented, but it is a well sorted car. It just needs someone with a little tender touch. Doesn't it really? It just, you know what I mean. It's something daft. It's got to be something real silly, something daft. It was on song at Anglesey. You came away with a trophy. You know.
Yeah.
So the TDT race that you guys are in. We've jumped the story a little bit here. You went to Anglesey and did all this, but you know the TDT race, the track day trophy race you guys did in the mini was a cracker to watch. It was really bloody good.
Yeah, it was really good. So, the car was really wow. We went testing a few days before. Well, the day before, which went really well. To be fair, apart from we started to bind on the front left brake caliper. Which Justin from Vehicle Tech Mobile was working very hard to try and sort. I was on the phone trying to get parts. Unfortunately, just couldn't get anything in time, so cleaned it out best I could. And then TDT race. We had some issues in qualifying, didn't we? But TDT race was going really well. And yeah, we come away with a podium. I mean, there's only 3 cars in our class, so we got third.
Yeah, but you also got wasn't it 7th overall at some point? You guys
7th
were
overall. I think we were 2nd or 3rd overall for a while.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
But the problem is, I completely forgot that TDT rules that you don't have to. You can run whatever tyres you want.
Yeah.
So I completely forgot about that, and we stuck the treble 8Rs on. Obviously, that's what we have to run for TDC. So for the first 3 or 4 laps, you're right, and then
they just fall.
They fell to shit. Yeah. So then you're just driving around on just goo. That's what it feels like. It's horrendous.
Yeah.
Anglesey, if you haven't been there, it's extremely abrasive, and the tyres just get so hot that you have to kind of then from there out kind of manage your pace. You can't go flat out from there on and kind of.
It's certainly something in the Welsh tarmac. I mean, the Nankangs in the C1s were going. The KAs had problems with that. It's just something about that circuit. Pembrey has the same problem. It's the Welsh tarmac.
Yeah. I mean, well, we had all Chris from All Square was there the weekend with the unique guys, and I mean, obviously he's an absolute bloody wizard at what he does, and he was saying like that you just could not dial the understeer out of the car, could we really? So it was
we were trying everything.
I think it was something everybody had to nurse. So
I mean, it was sitting on its front end, wasn't it? I've never jacked it up so high before. It was pointing as far at the front as it could, and in the end we got a bit more rear rotation, but still had tons of understeer when the tyres went off. But it was going alright, went well. We managed a third as they finished. And then TDT, and then TDC.
That's what
Darkness, my old friend, come back.
The ugly belt problem came back, didn't it?
Matt went out. The supercharger belt snapped. Luckily, he was kind of coming down. What do they call it?
Corkscrew.
That's it. Down the corkscrew. So I managed to get back into the pits. Which obviously we have a spare belt, so we chucked the spare belt on, and I went out and then got a few laps in, and then lost another belt, but I couldn't make it back. So then I got to see the scenery from the Marshalls post and hang out with them for a few laps. So.
Well, you say that. There's a few comments to that effect there. So, Stu, wait, if you go off at Anglesey, you don't need a Marshall, you need the RNLI. Good point. You are so... that's quite a good comment. I like that.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's
still
good.
Stunning. Again, Jamie Peter, and it's the only downside with Anglesey is a lack of phone signal, and it takes about 3 weeks to get there from Salisbury. I think...
Agreed.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
I was gutted enough that... or probably stupid enough, I left the circuit, so I did my telly bit. Race finished at about 11 o'clock. I left the circuit at about 11:30, and I got through my door at 7:30 in the morning. I drove through the night and just kept going.
You are.
And got home.
You are mental.
I had to stop for about an hour's power nap on the 34, just so I got on, just to sort of keep going, and then just blasted the last 2 hours home. But Jamie, you've got a good point there. Again, the gutted thing about Anglesey, wonderful circuit, brilliant views, but it's so far for everyone. And I mean, to be fair, Nick, you asked the question to a lot of people, how long did it take for you to get here?
Well, how long does it take everybody at Anglesey?
But even the guys, and I say this quite generally, even the guys that we would consider to be in the northern regions, it takes them a good 3-4 hours to get there. So it's just nowhere, unless you live in North Wales.
Probably still takes them 4 or 5 hours to get there as well.
Exactly. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. But let's be honest, even the drive into Anglesey, coming across the top road of northern Wales is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, through Bangor, it's just brilliant. So you've had a few issues, Nick. I mean, Hawk Motorsport actually asked, why are you selling the Mini? Are you just...
I've not had issues with the Mini. Thankfully, that's got nothing to do with me.
So the reason why we're selling the Mini, obviously I don't own it purely myself. I own 50% with the other driver, and we've just come to the decision that it's we want to move on now. We kind of want to do different things. We've put a lot of money into it, and we got to a point where we just don't want to put any more money into that particular car. As Nick said earlier, it probably won't take. We've got it all back together and working as it should now. A few little issues, maybe we've just, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Someone else that's got a bit more time. Obviously, we struggle with testing and things like that, just down to time and money and things like that. So maybe someone that can just get out there and just actually fettle with it would be able to sort the little kinks out. Because when it's on song, it is a proper weapon.
It is a silly car. It's brilliant. It's great fun to watch.
Yeah. But again,
and as you say, when it's on song, it is. Yeah. It's a race winner out there, definitely. But I think as well, a lot of people don't understand the dynamic we have here. I thought, Steph shares the car, with another guy we work with. We all work together. Having weekends off to go racing is tough to have everybody there at the same time. And I think, like you say, guys, you've tried all year round to do the best you can.
Yeah.
With the time and stuff you've got, and as thankfully not being tied to the car myself, you can see it's putting a strain on not friendships, but it is. It's putting a strain on friendships, and racing's meant to be an escape and go fun. It's meant to go and be fun, isn't it? As such, so
yeah.
No, when you're coming away, when you're coming away from a race weekend, every time going, what, why, how. You should be going back, laughing, giggling, having, this was bloody brilliant. That overtake with such and such it should be an escape from the real life. But when the escape from real life is worse than the real life, if that makes sense. This sounds really morbid now. Sorry, everyone.
Yeah, you've taken this right down, haven't you?
Oh my word!
Well, no, but the problem is, I can say this as your friend as coming along and helping. I know we laugh and we joke about it, but I know every time we end up talking about it, I know it does grate a little bit. So I'm just taking the words out of your mouth.
It's different pressures in some way, isn't it? Obviously, I've got to say, in the light that we are, and a lot of people watch what we do, and obviously we've got partners and stuff on board, and when we physically don't have the time, money, etc., to get that car exactly where we want it, And you feel like you're letting people down all the time, and you're travelling miles, spending, just to go to Anglesey for that weekend, racing 2 races with tyres and fuel and everything. It was over £1,000 just to go there, and then you've got niggly little issues that you just haven't been able to sort out yet. It starts to not wear thin, but it gets there. So between me and the other guy that owns it, we've decided that that's enough for that chapter, so that's why it's up for sale.
That's fair enough. Well, now, obviously the Mini's up for sale, so if anyone is interested, get in touch with Steph. It also gives Steph a bit more of a chance to kick back and relax with his dog there. But I looked at this photo the other day, and I'm just like, Dexter's just so awesome.
Wow.
That is
it's just the wife trying to ruin man time, so he gave her the death stare.
There we go.
I love that. He's like, you get out of the living room. Me and Dad are having game time.
Yeah, we're having man time.
It's just his arm. It's just his arm on the arm of the chair. Like, yeah. What about it?
Exactly.
So for any audio listeners, you have to watch this back because Steph has an awesome. Was he a red setter?
He's a red and white setter.
A red and white setter, and he's just sat there cool as a cucumber. Awesome.
It's wicked. But selling the Mini does mean it opens some space to potentially get, my own. So anyone out there with some good deals and some cars, let me know.
Oh, is that a proposition?
Hold on a minute. You've got no room in your garage at the moment, boy.
Well,
that's all right. I don't need garage space.
Don't need.
You wait.
I won't buy a broken one.
You watch the comments now. It's going to be EP3, 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 EP3.
That's what I did it.
To be fair, right, I can't bring the comments up. For some reason, I'm having a bit of a malfunction here, so I'm just going to go. I'm just going to go to my phone because I don't know about you, Steph. My screen's gone blank. I can't see anything. Can you? There we go. There we go. I've got it back for some reason. Right. So, Jamie Miller. Hi guys. I'm in a hotel in Dover, ready for the ferry to France in the morning. Yes. Club Enduro is going to Spa-Francorchamps this weekekend.
Yes,
drive to Spa for the Club Enduro. Sadly, not racing myself, just running the car, but driving at Silverstone August and doing race of remembrance at Anglesey in November. My first year racing. Jamie, awesome. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the year, mate. Please let us know how it's going for the rest of the year. And if you're interested, mate, if you want to come onto the podcast and tell everyone about it, get in touch with us. And
hell yeah, let's get you penciled in.
Absolutely.
Or we could pencil in a race of remembrance show.
That is a very good
point. Because I would love to do that event. Even I'd love to just go there and just watch it because it looks bloody fantastic.
Absolutely. Tom Brown, getting David Ginola vibes from Rob Lewis tonight. Thanks, mate. Except he played for Spurs, so I'll leave that there. Charlie McCready, question. Does Steph actually play that guitar, or is it just a showpiece to try and look cool?
Although I haven't played it in a very long time, so it would be horrendous if I...
Play it.
No.
Play it.
Right.
Play it.
Before we turn our viewers off, guys, now, obviously, in the news in the past few weeks, life is hitting everyone a bit hard, and particularly when you want to go racing, it's going to hit everyone's pocket pretty tough. So, very kindly, Steph and Nick have been very busy in the background, and they have organised 2 very, very, very good competitions for the Club Racing UK faithful. So, without further ado, Stefan Marsh, do you want to take it away and tell us about our competitions?
There you go. Yes, the ditties are back.
Hey. Love it.
Love a ditty.
There we go.
First one, we'll do it. EBC first one. Are you putting it up?
I think we need to. I'll put up the love. I mean, EBC. I will say this. I mean, we'll talk about my car in a bit. But having tried these, they are brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. I will not talk about them highly enough.
Definitely, and we ran them on the Mini as well, and they are a really good power. But anyway, so the competition we're launching now. So the competitions are back for Club Racing UK members. So if you head to our website, there's a link to the competitions, or just click on the membership. But if you become a member of Club Racing UK, which is £20 a year or £2 a month, whatever you fancy, you automatically get chucked in the competition. And the current competition is to win a free full disc and pad setup from EBC. Obviously, dependent on your car and setup. You know, if you've suddenly decided that you've got a BTCC car, I'm not sure they're going to give that away for free. But you know, if you've got them, Ford Mondeo, I'm sure they'll help you out. But anyway, I don't know. It's a really poor example. But yeah, they're on board. So yeah, we'll. I think we're. Yeah. Is it? I can't remember now. End of August. I think it's end of August.
Yeah, end of August.
Closes. So just become a member. You'll be chucked into the competition. Withdraw at the end of August, and you'll win a free disc and pad setup for your vehicle of your choice.
There we go. I mean, to be fair, something like that, it may not seem like a lot to some people, but for the genuine club racer, we know the fuel prices have gone up. We'll come to that in a bit. It's stuff like discs and pads, racing discs and pads are a consumable, you know, and if it helps save on the cost a little bit, hopefully it's something we can give back to you. So like Steph said, get yourself on there, become a member. Realistically,
how much is a full disc and pad setup for a race car? I don't know. I've not bought discs and pads for a long time, but...
I don't know. You're probably looking like 800 quid for a grand, probably.
It depends on the car, really. It depends on the car.
Well, yeah, obviously it depends on the application, but
400 to 800 quid to 1,000. Yeah, it all depends on the car, your application, what pads you're using, what disc you're using. You know what I mean?
So what I'm trying to get at is, for the sake of no more than £20 a year or £2 a month.
Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, there it is down the bottom, clubracinguk.co.uk/membership or competitions. And then either or. Yeah. Well, this is why this was set up, wasn't it? It was to try and help everyone try and save money and get the right advice getting into motorsport. So, and it's great to be able to give back to our fans with such a great company like EBC. So, yeah, get your ass over there now. No excuses. I want to see my PayPal pinging up now. Come on.
Come on. Bloody hell, Nick. All right, give people a chance to watch the rest of the show. But yeah, fair play. And for the second one, we've gone old school. We all love a good raffle, don't we? So, Steph, take it away.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got an old school for the Club Racing UK summer raffle. So if you head again to our website, www.clubracinguk.co.uk, scrolling across the bottom, head to the shop. You can purchase a raffle ticket for £5. And the prizes are pretty epic, if I do say so myself. So the top prize is a fully paid race entry fee up to £400. The second prize is a free track day courtesy of Marketing Delivery. Uncle Luke's and Sign and Sticker Shop are going to chuck in a surprise bundle, so who knows what that could be. Exciting times. Club Racing UK teamwear t-shirt and a Club Racing UK sticker. Obviously, it's a raffle, so you don't win all of that. You win one prize.
Yeah,
that's it.
One prize.
Good old raffle.
And again, a race entry, 400 odd quid. There we go.
For a fiver.
There we go. I mean, it's you know, if it helps, you take a bit of a chance on it, and yes, it is a raffle, so. You know, you pay your money, you take your chance, but it isn't like certain raffle companies who go, oh yes, you can win a full race year in a car for if you pay that. I'm just going to leave that there.
What are you saying, Rob? That we will see through our promises and make sure that someone does get some real life prizes.
Funny you say that. I'm just going to leave that there. Anyway, moving on.
Yes, that's a good idea.
So, actually, and this is going to be biased, and I don't care, but I want to talk about the C1 Racing Club. Because... I
thought you were going to just say, and I want to talk about me.
No, I don't think anyone wants to talk about me, to be fair, and I'm not going to give you guys that much. Right, so the C1 Racing Club. And I know Robin and Tom are watching / listening tonight. Love you guys, and I will see you at the weekend.
Are they?
So this year has been quite... It's a bit of a turn up for the books, isn't it? Because you two got to experience your first 24-hour race.
Yes, we did.
You lucky buggers, with the Morwin C1 team.
Oh, if Carlsberg did sexy bastards. Look at that.
Those guys. So you finished 15th at the 24-hour race. Kept your noses out of trouble. You had one issue, which I believe was hold radiator during the night.
Yeah.
So that's one big box tick for you guys this year, doing that 24-hour race, is it not? So
definitely, that was an awesome experience. Absolutely awesome. If no one's ever done one, you need to do one. It was absolutely epic. I mean, we're going to talk about it later. The vlog will be out soon, but it's just quality. I mean, we went there with a we'll talk about it later. Obviously, we go everywhere with a goal of top 10. That's just normally our saying, but that's what we normally aim for. And I think starting in 48th, which we found out after qualifying, we found out that we was on old, rubbish, very used, worn tyres.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh, right, that must be why our pace was well off. Or that was the blag we were going to use. But then when we had the right tyres on, we was fully on pace. But yeah, we were flying, and then we had a little puncture in the radiator because there was quite a bit of gravel on track at that point. And then the CMR guys managed to change the radiator in like 15 minutes or something silly.
Yeah.
Got us back out.
That was pit in to pit out.
We were pit in to pit out.
That was good.
Yeah.
And then just managed to get into top 15. So
yeah, it's a top 15. Car undamaged. That's obviously the team you see there as well. So you guys had a fantastic time.
Yeah, it was bloody brilliant.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
I cannot thank the Team Morwin guys enough. Katie, Nick, Vinny, everyone. Honestly, it was bloody brilliant. Racing alongside with Josh as well. Cracking experience. I mean, on and off the track. We've said it in previous shows. You know, racing around Silverstone Grand Prix, let's be honest, it's pretty fucking epic anyway. A bloody experience driving at night. A cracking race series with the C1 guys. But like I say, even the off-track stuff. So sat around waiting whilst one of the guys was out on track for 2 and a bit hours rotating. You know, the top banter from the Silver Lake teams next to us, the music playing, and you know the spread that the Team Morwin put on. There was chocolate cake galore. I was just in my element and being joined by special people as well for the night for her first experience. I thought it was bloody brilliant.
And at one point when you were very, very tired, I pulled you out of the garage to do this, which was...
Yes, you bastard.
I guess.
I was literally just about to strip off and go and have a shower, and you were like, "Nick, quick, come and have an interview."
Well, that was... I mean, we spoke about it before. So this year... so you guys did the race. So because you guys were doing that, I asked Robin Welch, and again, he's given me this opportunity, and it's snowballed. So this year, my year has changed dramatically because I never imagined that this would happen. I did. Originally, the plan was I was going to do some set technical segments throughout the day just to provide a bit of insight into the cars and what goes on. But they got quite popular very quickly.
Didn't they just?
They got very popular, and the feedback, I mean, it got to a point on the Monday after the race, I had to put my phone down because it was just constantly going off and loads of people getting in contact. It was very, I try and stay quite a grounded person and just keep it a bit real. And it was very overwhelming at times. And the same again from Anglesey. It was a smaller grid there, but the race was action packed. Robin and Tom again were absolutely fantastic, very supportive. I'm with them for the foreseeable. So as long as the C1 Racing Club have the live stream, I will be down in the pit lane on camera showing off why club racing is just the best in the world, bar none.
I think I speak for everyone that I'd almost say you've found your calling in life. You've taken to it like a duck to water. I mean, everybody knows you're an absolute bloody club racing anorak, but just seeing you in front of the camera and how well you carried yourself, the technical knowledge that people don't necessarily understand. Bringing the live updates from like hybrid tuned car leading the 24-hour race. They had the uncertainty of a wheel bearing about to fail. You were adding the drama, the excitement, and as we've spoken in the past that the BRSCC are doing a fantastic job with not only all their race series, but the live stream as well. You brought that extra little element along the way, and it was
great. I mean,
I was so proud to see you up there.
Yeah, I mean, it was
bloody brilliant.
It was bloody daunting because when you've got the likes of Andy McEwen, Jack Oliphant, Richard John Neal, Trustwell, Scott Woodwis. These are like absolute legends of motorsport commentary, and they just took me with open arms and was like, yeah, great, let's do this. And the feedback I got with them and for the foreseeable has been absolutely fantastic.
I've tried beating you with open arms before, and you got a restraining order on me.
Yeah, well, that's when you're nude at the time, Nick. It sort of changes, but
that's what it is.
It's been a fabulous experience so far. I mean, I'm at Donington again this weekend. Unfortunately, the C1 Racing Club is not going to be on the live streams, but what we're going to be doing instead. So, Tom Brown and Robin, I was chatting to them during the week, and we're going to do lots of little segments on the C1 Racing Club socials and bringing them across and talking about during the race as well. And I'm going to be doing the circuit comms, I believe, as well. I think that's the plan. That's what I've been told. So,
excellent.
I'm looking forward to bringing my enthusiasm in because they've got over 50 cars for Donington. It's sold out.
Awesome.
It's been absolutely fantastic. So I'm looking forward to doing that.
Bonkers response.
A few comments have just come in. I'm not doing it to blow smoke. It's just comments that have come in.
No, seriously, blow smoke. Blow smoke.
Tom Brown, your technical section's a class. Well entitled to blow your own trumpet. Thank you, Tom. I appreciate that. Carl Barton, Rob's face when we gave him the good luck mic will stay with me for years. So Carl Barton, Carl's watched, a lot of people won't know, he's known as Project Vinny on Instagram. Carl's been watching us on the podcast since day one, I think, when we started up with my supercar. And when I told him, oh, by the way, it looks like I'm going to be on the live stream, he made a little good luck charm, which is a sponge as a microphone, cable tied onto this microphone with a load of wraparound. So it looks like a microphone. And it just wrote on it, to Rob, you're going to smash it. Good, congrats. You're going to smash this. Good luck, Carl. And he handed it to me on the Friday. And I laughed my backside off. It was great. But yeah, thank you, Carl, for the kind words there. Jamie Peter Ennis, Rob, from one pit reporter to another, you're doing a fabulous job. And endurance racing is so much harder than sprint races. I hope one day we can work together. That'd be great to do, Jamie. To be fair,
do it. Collab time.
And to be fair, the work that Jamie's been doing with Fun Cup as well. It's again, we haven't even got on to what's taken us by surprise this year, but it's so good to see the live streams have just gone.
Yeah, 100%.
And to be honest, I think COVID's helped. COVID has helped massively.
Of course it has.
And now live streams just gone bang. There is not a weekend where you're not watching club racing. It's great. Yeah. We just need to get it out there to even more people and show people how good it is. Matt Cleary.
And that's where we come in, isn't it?
Move out the way, Larkham. Lewis is on the way. James good commentators and reporters are what help keep endurance racing interesting in Robert's Epic. Thank you very much. Jamie Miller, good. He said, yes, I'm sure we could sort out a podcast. Carl Barton, is nobody mentioning Nick's Speedos in the paddock? Is that the way to go to the clerk of the course?
That was brilliant. That was.
I'm a man of my word.
That is.
We got to. What did we get to? 500 subscribers, wasn't it, on YouTube?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
there is a comment in there. Let me put it on there.
I will say this though, boys. Next time, please can I have the next size up for Speedos.
Were you talking a bit about
What a lot of people don't realise though is I actually rode Tom's electric scooter all the way up to the front entrance to go meet the girlfriend who'd literally we'd only been talking a couple of weeks at the time. The poor lady had to follow me all the way into the Silverstone Grand Prix track, staring at my red arse in Speedos.
Oh, God. We've got a couple of latecomers here. I've got to shout out Sam Pierce Motorsports. Sam, you are going to want to watch the last segment of this podcast, mate, especially yourself. We've got something that will interest you, big style. Audi Club Racer, evening, gents. I finished the race.
Yes.
Johnny Berry, well done, mate.
Johnny.
We are going to come to that because we are getting you on the show in the future. But Johnny Berry, Audi Club Racer on the Instagram, he got himself a good, solid result in the 750 Motor Club Road Sports race at the weekend. Well done, mate. Fantastic.
Bloody brilliant.
Well, I'm just looking at the time, gents, so I want to move it on a bit. So, yes, thank you for the feedback, everyone, with the commentary. It's been absolutely superb. Thank you again to Robin and Tom. Looking forward to this weekend. The other side of what I've been up to this year finally happened last Thursday. She's back.
Hey.
Yes. Look at it.
She's back out, resplendent in new colours, Silver Lake adorning it. My wonderful sponsor, Paul Harvey and Icon, Jason Goddard, sorted out a test day for me at Snetterton.
Yes.
Got the car back up there. It's a bit.
How was the test day, Rob?
The test day I came away from it. I was saying to you guys before the show. I came away from it, and you know, as a bloke that does everything as much as he can in the garage with people that come and help him when they can. So Nick, there's a couple of times you've come and helped me, especially getting the gearbox in, running a new setup.
Can I just say now, if you have a single gearbox problem this year, you can fuck off, and I come in to help you get that bastard thing back out again. I'm just putting that out there now.
Okay, that's fine. It is the focus where the gearbox sits in relation to the subframe. It is a pig to get a gearbox back in. But yes, I'm running a 5-speed gearbox this year, and I've moved to a plated diff, a lower final drive. But again, a massive shout out to Paul Harvey. Came up on the day. He was out in a Super Tune Fiesta as well. And our good friend Ed, that's on the WhatsApp group we're on. So Ed, we call him Ed the student. He had his first time out on track in the Fiesta. First time he'd ever been out on track. Colin Tester took him out, and he actually went out in the Fiesta and got some laps in as well. So that was great to see. On the day that it got confirmed, he got a first in mechanical engineering as well. So well done, Ed.
Yes.
Great to see him. We'll see him on a racetrack sometime soon. But yes, so we'll look at the car again. It's running a new livery. It's running a plated diff. My God, a plated diff. It's just a different car. It's seriously. I ran a helical diff last year and a different gearbox. I akin it to literally your car trying to kidnap you at the start of the corner and dragging you to the van, which is at the exit. You're being dragged there whether you like it or not. Seriously, it's just like, no.
Come here, Robert. We've got sweeties.
Literally, the apex is the van that says free sweets on it, and the plated diff takes you there. I had to change because I'm always used with a helical diff. I'm used to lots of understeer and trying to fight the wheel and being a bit ginger and just trying to cope with the understeer, bit ginger on the throttle and take it through. But with a plated diff, it was literally at the start of the day I was being a bit ginger. Got to about midday and Paul was like, "You're overthinking it too much. Just shut the door, get out there, and get on with it." So I did.
Give you a clip around the ear.
He just said, "For God's sake, just go out and send it." So I did. And it was just complete mindset change. So into the corner, turn in, bang on the throttle, and it pulls you through. It's just unreal, unlike anything.
I like it.
When can we have a go, Rob?
We'll work something out. But I am due to be ready. So with that, we've had a good test. I've got a couple of little bits on order that I'm looking to fit to the car in the next week or so. And I will be racing on the modified Fords meeting at Snetterton. 3 races on the live stream, the weekend of the 23rd, 24th of July. It'll be live on the BRSCC live stream on YouTube.
Rob's going racing, everyone. Rob's going racing, everyone. 2022 starts for Robert as he goes racing with modified Fords.
Ashley Shellswell, yes, big shout out to him because it was Gearbox Centre Northampton. It was Ashley that referred to me to the Gearbox build. Gearbox is superb, absolutely superb, brilliant, just absolutely brilliant. Best thing I've done to that car, honestly, it's beautiful. So yes, that's my year so far. Nick Holmes, we'll move on to you, and then so we're going to talk about Nick. We're going to talk about the Vectra, and then we're going to sort of have a little conflab with the three of us because we've each got a driver that have really made us sit up and take notice this year. We've got a series, and we've got just something random that's taken us by surprise this year, or that has caught our attention. So Nick, first of all, Vectra.
Yes, the Vauxhall Vectra. Progress is happening, everybody. You may have already seen some of the vlogs that Steph's been putting together for us. But yeah, it's so nice to get the car dusted off, get it. It's in its new home. It's at Steph's house now, thankfully, which is about 10 minutes from where I live now, which is good. But yeah, we were cutting bits out of it the other day. We were offering up the Corsa B E-Pass system. It's just something we want to run. We want to bring the weight out of the front and put it in towards the middle of the car, just make it drive a little bit easier. She is a big barge.
But the thing is, a lot of these bits you're doing now, so you had already bought all these bits years ago before you went KA racing.
I've literally had the bits so the bits for that car have been sat with it for years. It got put in a shed at the end of 2018, after finishing with the classic touring car guys, and then him up there and Matt at work decided we'd go KA racing. So poor thing's been sat in a council house garage down in sunny old Poole and forgotten about, and I do feel bad for doing it, but she needed some love. As everybody knows, the plan of attack is to go full BTCC rep with it, as I have a genuine 96 BTCC aero kit for it. And for me, if I'm going to do it, it's got to be done right. I don't want one of these cheapy knockoffs that you find at Tesco's car park. So yeah, we're doing it right. At the moment, we're getting it ready for the Burkett Relay. There's tons of stuff we want to do to it. There's constraints in amongst that. I mean, I know the car's mostly full of filler and things like that, and so we're not going to get a chance to do any of that before the Burkett. But for now, yeah, we've got all the bits. So the EPAD system's going in. Justin at Vehicle Tech Mobile, he texted me the other day saying the engine's nearly done. We're like 70% there now. Just waiting on a bottom pulley, and he's just got to do some head work, a little bit of like cleaning and lapping the head up, and it's done. He's then getting the gearbox. So when I give him the gearbox, we're picking up the engine. So the engine will then be fitted into the car. And then, yeah, it's up to see our friends at Spark to put a spark in its step.
Hey!
But no, we were obviously with those guys at the Goodwood 2 weeks ago. So it was nice to catch up with them, see the guys, talk about all the stuff they've been doing at the moment, and pretty much warn them that it's actually going to, because we've been promising them for about 4 years to see this car. And finally it is going to make its way up to those guys. Just so obviously for anyone who doesn't know, and I'm not going to spoil it because we're going to put it in a vlog, but a deal was made across the table on a very drunken night of Goodwood. And as a result, the car is overdue some wiring and ECU management, because we are going to be running the Gen Vs on it this year. So yeah, hopefully it's all going to come together. The plan of attack is to get a couple of test days in it before, iron out some niggles, and then take it to the Burkett Relay with our ambassadors and yourself, Rob. You're going to be joining us in your focus, aren't you? So we're going to be taking 5 cars to the Burkett Relay and seeing what that's all about.
There we go. So so that's the Vectra. I mean, I've got so obviously there's Vectra vlogs that are going up. There are mini vlogs, and I think there's a Focus vlog I've got to send you a load of footage of. I've got to make footage.
Yeah.
You're a bit behind Rob.
Everyone give Rob some grief, because he is really bad at just getting on and doing stuff and not bloody filming.
Well, no, but that's the thing. I just get on with things, and then I forget to film it, and then I'm like, oh. So when Steph actually comes to me and goes, well, have you got anything to send me? I think I've sent him little bits. I think genuinely the last time there was a vlog on the Focus was the old colour.
Yeah.
Well, it was when you went to go and get the clutch.
Yeah.
And then you've gone, hey, look at my car, and everyone's like, what? What happened? So for any of our YouTube fans, we will bring you some great content on some actual builds, but idiot boy up there, blame him. If you're interested in Ford Focuses, it's his fault. All right?
Absolutely. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, Rob Racing is well overdue. Yes, very good.
Yes, it is.
Good point. It is well overdue. I'm looking forward to it now. I really am. James Stone Street, see you at Snout. I'm not racing now, but we'll be spannering in Fiesta Junior Championships, so we'll try and come and find you. It'd be good to see you, James. Make sure you do. Audi Club Racer, if you want another driver for the Burkett, I'm definitely free to display some talent. We will bear that in mind, Johnny.
Definitely.
So obviously, you're cracking on with the Vectra, and the plan is Burkett.
That's the plan.
We're doing all the vlogs and everything going on with the Vectra, so obviously everyone's going to be keen to go that. So with that, can I just diverge to Steph? So Steph has been really busy doing a lot of editing of footage this year. So do you want to talk a little bit about
what's coming up? So I really do apologise.
Why is it every time we head to Steph, he's got his head in his hands?
It's like, oh, God.
I don't know. So I do apologise. There's no video last week. I'm trying my hardest to get one done for this week. we'll see what happens. So the next video is going to be the 24-hour vlog of the C1 race at Silverstone. So brace yourself, people. When it does come out, it's a bit longer than our usual vlog, so make sure you've got a drink and some popcorn with you, because you're going to be there a little while.
That's 24 hours.
That'd be a good vlog, a very good vlog.
Well, yeah, it's just put the
Start,
full screen
start to finish. Start to finish.
I don't think anyone can do that. So we've got that coming up, and then we've got another vlog of obviously our trip to Anglesey with the Mini, which I haven't done yet. Obviously, the updates for the Vectra. We did do some filming. We planned to do a vlog of Goodwood. Alcohol and other stuff kind of got in the way. So
steering racks.
Yeah, I'll see what actual footage we got, if we can actually make something that's watchable.
Yeah.
If we do,
we were discussing it earlier, wasn't we? You've gone through some of the footage, and it's like, hey, it's Friday, we're here at Goodwood, and then next video was, hey, it's Sunday, I'm tired, and here's some more cars.
It was one of them.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens, but
it's a bit of a jolly, but we were flat out, weren't we?
Yeah, we were busy doing stuff, and
afternoon tea.
Eating a lot of food.
Drinking a lot of drink, watching a lot of race cars.
Pretty much.
Cursing at electric cars.
Yeah. Ruining motorsport right there.
Although, to be fair, the car that won the shootout, you cannot begrudge what that car did. You cannot begrudge what that car did and what it sounded. It sounded like a jet engine.
It wasn't.
I can appreciate it, 100% appreciate it.
They just need this whole Goodwood chat now, but they need their own class now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
all that electric crap over there. Yeah, because it's
but it's a hill climb. It's fastest up the hill.
Yeah, I know, but how boring is it going to be next year? Like when we went in 19, there was one electric car.
Yeah.
Then there was COVID, and then everyone's gone, right, we want to win the hill climb, and I think there was 6 or 7 electric cars. So how many are we going to have next year? So the shootout is going to become silent.
I don't think it'll be that extreme yet, Steph. We'll see how it goes. I mean,
It's gone from 1 to 7 in 2 years.
No, it's very true. I don't think in motorsport electric isn't the future. I think it's synthetic fuels, but we will be coming to that.
Yeah.
Anyway, we will be coming to that at a later date.
We should just quickly though. Let's not begrudge the guys who built the McMurtry.
Yeah.
Oh no, I mean it's cool engineering wise.
It was bloody ridiculous. 39 seconds to do the Goodwood Hill climb.
Absolutely.
I mean, the super van was awesome as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
That was very cool.
Was cool.
Guys. So, like I said earlier, we are 6 months into 2022. So far this year, in the world of club racing, and that's club racing series, anything like that. So, I asked the guys earlier in our little group chat. I asked them for one driver that stood out for them. I've asked them for a series that stood out for them, and I've asked for anything random that's caught their attention this year, whether it be good or bad. So who wants to go first?
Me.
Nicholas, go.
Why do I always volunteer? I'm an idiot, aren't I?
It's funny, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. So Nick, you go first. So first of all, I want your driver that has caught your eye.
So for me, obviously, everybody knows I'm a bit of a sucker for a BMW. Obviously, this guy I've known for a little bit, but Mr. Graham Crowhurst in his freshly built BMW. For anyone who doesn't know, obviously, he used to have a BMW race car. You know the full story of this, Rob, of what fully happened. But he obviously lost the car in a tragic fire. And to come back with a fresh rebuild and then just completely dominate the series, it looks amazing as well. Look at it.
Yeah. I mean, that's I think that's wrapped with his missus as well. She helps him with a lot of the wrapping.
It's just a gorgeous looking car, and it's great to see him absolutely smashing it out there.
Yeah.
Cars on song, and it's just really cool. And I love it.
Love it.
Good.
Fantastic. Steph, who is your go-to driver this year?
I picked Jez.
Jeremy Evans, our marketing delivery man.
Yeah, I've seen some onboards of him and what he's done, and he's only had that Civic this year, and he's smashing it in it. He looks awesome. He's, just really impressed me with some of the stuff he sent to us, and that was just that's quality.
I love the onboards he sent us this weekend.
Yeah,
it's a quality send. It's a quality send down the inside during the TDT race that he was a part of.
Yeah.
But definitely, he was saying he's come with some preemie racing. He does it with his son and good friends. Unfortunately, his good friend Phil had the heart attack at Cadwell, so there was a bit of drama for him as well. And he's had the engine go, but they've come back from that, got the car sorted, got the engine sorted, and he's back on song. I mean, he put it on the front row, first event of the year, didn't he, gents? From what I can remember.
Yeah, just
absolutely brilliant. And I'm looking forward to watching the rest of the year, just seeing Jez get back to the front of the grid as he looks to. And
it was, do you know what? It was so nice to see. Like I say, I know we put a bit of a cheesy post up the other day, but it was great to see two of our ambassador partners on the podium the other day with Callum McDougall and Jez as well. But yeah, like you say, new car, new year for that car, and I totally agree with Steph as well. It's top choice, mate.
Superb. My driver of the year. So it's a bit more high profile because the series does guest on the Toka package. But for me, it is the pinnacle, one of the pinnacle, what I call the pinnacle series of Club Motorsport. One make, very competitive, so competitive, and it breeds champions. He's dominating the Mini Challenge Cooper class with 6 wins out of 7 races this year, and it's Nelson King. I met him at Thruxton when I was Graves Motorsport very kindly let me into the paddock with them in the May meeting, and I met Nelson there, and he's one of the most likeable chaps you could come across. Very quiet. I know he's worked close with Sam Pearce, a good friend of mine, and he keeps saying to me just how good this guy is, and he really is. I mean, if you want any proof of that, there's a picture of him at the front of the pack at Thruxton earlier in the year. But if you want any proof of that, very competitive series. He started 4th, I think, at Croft recently, and the replay will be on the ITV show. He started 4th, and by the end of lap 1, he was 3 seconds clear of the field. Seriously, I mean, and the cars, they're so closely monitored. I mean, the amount of times that the top 5 cars, I think they've had engines stripped down on them already. That all the checks are so close, so vehemently done. So there is no question of anything untoward going on. The guy is just a supreme talent. And lots of people have been saying it this year. That guy is, if the finance side of it goes well and he can get the funding, he's destined for touring cars and success because he's.
But then that's what we like to see in these one make series, isn't it? Especially something as sought after as the mini challenge lot. That's what's great about one make series is it does highlight true talent. And so I wish him all the best. If as you say, you mentioned the big word there is if finances allow it, isn't it? It's I mean, it's making that step up through that ladder. So.
Yeah, I mean, at least the good thing is there is a ladder there. So, okay, I've said it's the top echelons of, because it's on the Toka package, obviously there will be a bit of extra cost involved. Cars get a bit more valuable. Yeah, Toka tax is essentially. Just a little bit, but I've also
comes
seen...
in the shape of 2 extra zeros.
Something like that. But, I mean, in all seriousness, I've seen club racers spend more than people have spent doing Mini Coopers. And it depends where you want to go, and it is a chance to get out there in front of the bigger crowds, to get on terrestrial TV. And again, after last year when Dominic Wheatley won it in a close finish at Silverstone, I think it was in the finale, I don't think you could pick out any winner. I think there was like 4 guys going into the final round with a chance. So for Nelson to come out of the blocks this year, 6 out of 7 wins, bang! I think he's leading the championship by over 100 points. In that series, with how competitive this is, superb. Well done, Nelson. Keep going. Right, series. So, Nick, we'll come back to you. What series has caught your eye this year, mate?
So for me, to be fair, it's like a stupidly tough question. Obviously, there's tons of good ones out there.
Yeah.
So it's trying to find one that is, genuinely caught my eye. Obviously, there's tons I could have picked, but I'm really impressed with this year's Classic Touring Car Thunder Series. Now, obviously, we have one of our ambassadors competing in it, Mr. Nick Vaughan in his crazy Audi A3. As we said earlier, he'll be at Thruxton this weekend.
Yeah.
But yeah, just look at some of the cars that are in that series. It's absolutely fantastic to watch, and the clues in the title, Classic Thunders. And we were lucky enough to go there for Silverstone and see them charging around the Silverstone track, and it is an assault on your ears. It's cracking to watch. There's every conceivable type of car in there. And it's nice because it's one of those series where if someone's gone, I want to build a silly car, they go out and build a silly car and they've got somewhere to race it.
Yeah.
And, it's great. I mean, there's all sorts in it. And I'm a sucker, as you saw in the picture there, V8 touring car. You get to see the likes of that, pipped up against Nick's Audi A3, which is mental. The old school Sierras, BMWs.
Just
EP3s.
A very good driver behind the wheel of that EP3, AJ Owen. Putting the slicks on and going out in Thunders, and showing.
He can definitely play.
Yeah, and showing why he's a 3-time Pre-03 champion because
that Nissan Primera as well.
Yeah, I mean it's a Super Touring chassis, but it's got a K20 in it, isn't it?
K24 in that, I think.
All right, okay, but again, racket car.
And it sounds incredible. I think it's a K24.
Yeah,
I'm part of the because I'm cool and have a Super Tourer-esque car. I'm in their WhatsApp group as well, and some of the stuff those boys are building.
Friends,
Super Touring friends. But yeah, it's just honestly, the stuff you get in that series is mad. It was really entertaining to watch, and I can't wait to see what happens for the rest of the year with that one.
Superb, mate, superb. Steph, what have you got down as your series that's caught your eye?
I haven't got one, Rob. So, yep. It was too hard of a choice, I'm afraid. So
it's a tough question, actually.
To be fair, there was about 5 or 6 that I agonised over.
Yeah,
but it is post-COVID. It is good just to see the boom back in club racing.
It's just ridiculous. We're spoiled for choice at the moment.
Yeah. Okay, well, to save you a bit of embarrassment, Steph, I'll move on to mine. It's Club Sport Trophy. I haven't got for some reason the photo hasn't uploaded, but they had the massive grid of 60 odders the C1 support round.
64 cars, wasn't it?
Yeah, 64 cars. The way the series is done in terms of the dyno, they've got a dyno there every weekend. It's policed very well. The cars are a very good mix. There's more classes. There's a wide spectrum of classes. Good top quality racing, and I think their grids are sold out for the rest of. Don't quote me on that, but I did hear a rumor at Anglesey that their grids are nearly sold out for the rest of the year, and that's astounding. So well done to the BRSCC.
I will just say actually it was a toss up for me between Thunder and that, but looking hopefully to maybe dabble the Vectra in there at some point, 2023, 24. Obviously, see how life goes, but Me and Steph are contemplating taking it there for a round or two.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Get it done. Okay, guys. So to finish off with, what is the one thing this year that has got your attention in club racing this year? Now, I know in this there's 2 negatives and a positive. So how do you want to do this? Do you want to get the negatives out of the way first?
I think we need to do like a yin yang type. Yeah, because you guys are both negative.
Well,
fun sponge. You've gone full fun sponge, and I've gone full superheroes.
No, I think, and we'll tell you what. We'll start off with my point, because it's actually nothing to do with the sport itself. It's to do with a circumstance that contributes to it. But it is the absolutely shocking rise in the price of fuel that has started to affect club races. I mean, there's a lot of club races that I've spoken to now that are saying they're now weighing up the cost of going racing because of how expensive fuel is. Because it's not just the race car, it's getting the car there. and so on and so forth. So I mean, when the fuel is sat
You
there
drop
at nearly
that.
I was just not going to bowl. When the fuel is sat there at just under £2 a litre, and the government's too busy imploding to do anything about it, it's unfortunately it's people start to feel the pinch. What's your guys' thoughts?
Why would they do anything about it? Because they're greedy bastards.
Yeah, well, just leave it. Yeah, I know.
I've got a good thought.
Okay.
I say good. I have a thought.
Okay.
If they're going to continue with the fuel prices as they are and expected to get worse, whoever controls the pumps, can they change the limit from £99? Because you can't fill your tank up anymore at £99, so you have to stop, go and pay, come back and carry on, which is really annoying. Just saying.
It's not just you that said that. That's the only thing.
It's fucking stupid.
If that is your biggest worry, then you can tell he's got.
There's no point. There's no point. I don't know whatever. But all these people. If you go and protest for fuel and stop motorways and all that jazz and get prices lowered, they will just move it somewhere else. You're gonna pay for it no matter what. So. I mean, yes, it'll look better because every time you fill your car up, you haven't got to, or the chauffeur fills my car up for me. It doesn't see the price.
I had to bring that up. So Sad Beers Motorsport says, we're going back to the old jokes again. It's really annoying with Steph's chauffeur.
That is pretty good, to be fair.
Ian Waterhouse has joined us. Ian, we hope you...
Hey.
Ian Waterhouse himself, he's too busy presenting golf and his wonderful championship.
And MGs.
And MGs. Ian, I hope you're well, mate. We hope to get you back on the show to tell us all about your adventures, mate.
We need Ian Waterhouse back.
We need Ian to come on and just tell us how he's doing, basically. The people want to see you, Ian, so we'll get a date booked in. James Stone Street, he needs £5 just to go up his drive.
But on a good note, though, there's sod all we can do about fuel. I'm really sorry about that. Club Racing UK cannot help with the fuel crisis, but we can, for £5 on a raffle ticket, you could potentially win your next race entry fee and some other free track day for a courtesy for marketing, delivery, and all sorts. So get your raffle ticket.
There we go. Yeah. Right. Okay. With the yin and yang, Steph, let's get your point out the way.
Hold on, yours was miserable. I thought we were going miserable.
No, we're going to
miserable.
End on a happy note.
End on a happy note. So, Steph, what is your... Okay, it's a negative point. But to be honest, it's... What are you doing, Steph?
Is he preparing himself for it?
I was just reading how I wrote it, so I could read it.
Reading how you wrote it. Okay, well, this is something that... And to be fair, when Steph told us when we were prepping for the show, I said, we'll put it on the show purely because... This is a view that a lot of club racers have come to us again in the past couple of weeks and said, this isn't good, guys.
Can I say, just to spoil it a little bit, what we need to do is we need to flip this around as well. For any of the audience that are watching, we need to know your driver of the year, or not of the year, but standout driver, standout series, and we want to know what your gripe is.
Yeah.
After we've done our three.
It's not right. We're not doing it as a gripe, but what has caught your attention in club racing this year? What has caught your attention? It could be good, could be bad. Just let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know. Start writing in those comments.
Stefan.
The lack of consistency with the punishment on driving standards. Boom.
That's going to open a can of worms.
See ya.
Right. Okay. Would you like to elaborate on that?
It's more... I can only elaborate on recent ones I know of. Otherwise, I'll be trying to remember. My memory's not that good. But I saw recently, forgive me, team name is going to escape me, but the Lotus at Brands, is it BRCS Motorsport?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
He, on the slowdown lap after finishing the race, got round up by arse by someone else.
So this is at the commencement of the race. Checkered flag was out, into paddock.
Under safety car.
Under safety car.
I think the race finished under safety car.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. And then the punishment he got was a 10-place grid penalty for the next race, and there's 3 points on his licence.
And from what I gather as well, because the driver is an old friend from Porsche days, Chris Valentine, I think because of how much it jarred his back and his neck because of the hit, he wasn't expecting it, so he couldn't brace.
Yeah.
I think they had to medically extricate him from the car and just make sure everything was tickety-boo, which would have taken a bit of time as well.
Yeah, no, definitely. It was a big hit, if anyone's not seen it.
Yeah.
Exactly. It was just one of those crazy moments.
It would have hurt under race
thought,
conditions.
Yeah, obviously. But I think everyone would have thought that the punishment would have been a bit greater for something along them lines where you should have been going a hell of a lot slower than what he was.
Yeah.
And all the rest of it. And I don't think a 10 grid penalty in club racing is really a punishment. I personally would see that as a punishment.
And 3 points, yeah. I mean, I think, to be fair, I know what incident you're referring to. To be fair, it could be that the clerks had the problem is, and I have to play devil's advocate here as the host and to be seen as being fair. Yeah, you have to look at it as the clerk obviously has only so much evidence to review, and they have to make a decision based on that. So obviously, if they can only charge them under a certain thing and it only carries a certain penalty, then
But leading on from that, another example.
Okay.
And there's this one.
So there was. It was from. We were made aware of it from our ambassador Dan Thackeray. There seems to be a bit of brands here, don't they? Well, no, I'm just it's just making aware. Through Clearways at Brands, he had a similar incident to someone else. I'm not going to go into the incident, but one driver, I believe, was disqualified. The other driver was given driver of the day.
yeah.
Basically, taking them out of the race.
Taking a competitor out of the race. Yeah. Causing an incident at the end of the day. There was no two ways about it. But we've not just seen that in a race series. We've seen it across. That's what I think we're mainly getting. There's no consistency for punishment punishments, driving standards, and fitting the crimes as such. I get accidents happen, but when you've got someone not blatantly, but taking a competitor out of the race, going on to win it or podium it, and having nothing, and then yet someone of us gets a similar incident the weekend after, and boom, they're being disqualified. It's just like, where's the marker? There needs to be a marker. And to be fair, and we're ranting about it here, but I'm pretty sure there's quite a few people that will side with us on this one, in the fact that
that's. I mean, there's a
we
couple
just
of
need to
comments
know where we stand.
So James Stone Street, totally agree, Steph. Had very similar with a series I'm involved with. Driver repeatedly hitting another driver after the checkered flag in free practice. 0 punishment. He got more punishment from the other drivers having a word with him. Oh, blimey. That's well, I mean, to be fair, that's old school drivers taking it into their own hands like they used to do in the 80s. Less cameras about. M2, that's our good friend Mario Neofitu. Driving standards have been this year, full stop. I mean, to be fair, was it last year we did the show on driving standards?
We did do a show on driving standards.
Huge.
I almost felt like we gave everyone a platform to have their say on that one.
I think there was a few events going on.
Blew up.
It did open a can of worms. Maybe it's something that we need to revisit later this year, maybe towards the end of the year, and be like, look, was it any better this year? Is there something we could do about it? And we've also, again, Nick, we had the conversation with people before, organisers. We need to look at things objectively, and we need to look at things with stand back, look at it from a neutral view.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
And with the officials, find out how they do that job. We need to learn these things, and that's one thing I want to do.
Yeah, of course you do.
And that's one thing I specifically want to go out and do, is learn about what their job entails, what they have at their disposal to make these decisions. Because,
I totally agree.
Yeah, because, again, you don't want everyone then hating on the clerks. Oh, they're doing a bad, everyone's doing a bad thing. They're doing a bad job. And Sam Pearce has just hit the nail bang on the head. How many people questioning the penalties fully understand the blue book?
Yeah.
So there we go.
I thought it was a green book. No, I'm joking. The thing is, though, and again, it's not club motorsport. You see it up and down. It goes to the top level of motorsport, the bottom level of motorsport. You've got a squishy bit in the middle. You've got human element, and you've got people making choices and decisions, and going off their own judgments and interpretations. So, they're not robots. It's not like crash. This is happening. There is lots of other things that play into. It is just frustrating for drivers when something is clear cut. I think
it's seen as an inconsistency, but then you don't.
Yeah, when it is a clear cut, I've been taken out of the race. Why hasn't somebody done about it? Then that's fair enough. There is incidents that we won't fully understand and decisions we won't fully understand. I mean, there's people still crying about the bloody Lewis Hamilton Max Verstappen thing that happened. Not last year. When was it? Last year?
That was the Netflix documentary race series, wasn't it? Yeah. Anyway, back to some proper racing.
This is it.
To be fair, guys, we could go on all night about this. So I think
the thing is, you'll never please everyone, will you? Someone will always be disgruntled about a decision. It's just we just need the right decision for the sport making.
Yeah, absolutely.
If that makes sense. Does that make sense? At the end of the day, if your poor decision,
sport and a justified punishment for a club racer.
It needs to be clear cut. You take a driver out, you get disqualified. You get a fine.
So there's a couple of comments coming here, so we'll summarise on that and then we'll move it because we'll be here all night otherwise. Sam says, and he makes a brilliant point here, taken out of the race, but could you have given racing room? I go on about it all the time. Could you have unwound the steering lock a little bit and given him a bit more room to then go side by side down towards the next corner? Sometimes you have to concede. I've got to give him a bit of space. I get, absolutely. If you could, then it's a racing incident and you go from that.
I'm just going to counter that, though. You then get the problem of people just diving down the inside because XYZ is just going to move out the way for you. That then doesn't become racing.
I don't think it means in sort of the banzai moves. It's the ones where the car's got a nose down the insides and he's there and you're both going into that corner. So
if you've made a genuine move, genuine overtake, by all means, yes, that's when you need to be open for discussion with it. But like you say, you've seen it. If you see it just a banzai move, you've seen people move people out of the way. Like me, I'm going to name drop it. The BTCC do it for entertainment.
Yes,
it's not right.
Yeah,
and yes, it's entertaining. Yes, it brings the punters in. Yes, it brings the money in. But then it is trickling down, and then you do get drivers that think, this is my spot, move out my way.
Yeah.
That's where people, I believe this needs to be an episode.
Yeah. No, it does. Now, Neil Ashcroft, he says, Rob, that would be a great idea. Maybe you could make a documentary video on what the clerk of the course and stewards have to deal with, and maybe with all that. I think it's something definitely. No, seriously. I mean, some of the clubs, if we could approach them and go, stewards.
About documentary, we'll make a YouTube video.
Can I just say, though, Rob doesn't do the filming because he'll do the interview, he'll find out all the information, and then forget to fucking film it.
Cheers, Nick. Cheers.
That's true. That's what we were saying about your focus build.
Yes.
If we do it as a team, you can do the technical side of it. We'll hold the camera.
Yeah, you two hold the cameras and just keep hold of the memory cards. I'll do the presenting.
To be honest, it's not the first time that's been mentioned. It is. We do have a little whiteboard of ideas and stuff we've done, and following teams,
like organisations,
seeing how stuff is done to give people the knowledge and the information. It'll be an informative vlog, like we do with all our stuff.
Absolutely.
So it is stuff we've discussed, and
absolutely. Right, Nick, we've got the yin, we've got that out of the way. We've got the go on, Steph.
Before we head to your yang, shall we sneak in a sly advert?
A sly advert. Who are we going to go with this time, Steph?
Well, I'm just going to surprise you with it.
So then, guys, if you're looking for quality recycled parts for your race car, head over to silverlake.co.uk.
Yeah.
Let's see the Yang.
There we go. What a way to move on to the Yang. So, Nick, and this is very good, actually. This is something that came to the fore, especially at the British Grand Prix at the end. And we're not, obviously there was some very high-profile incidents there, but one that may have been missed. And I've got to give a shout-out to Dawn Boyd, actually, who was our former ambassador, does a lot of work with the BMMC. She pointed this out on social media. So, Nick, take it away. What has caught your eye this year?
So I was saying, obviously, before we came on air, I am super happy with the amount of representation and, everything else, the limelight that's being put on our good old Orange Army, good old marshals that are out there doing what they do every weekend so we can all go racing. I know it does sound like, I don't know, that's not the right word. It does sound like a broken record a little bit, but without these guys, we don't go racing. And the biggest one for me is obviously, yes, certain things have happened in previous years. That's not been ideal, but it's nice to see everyone is carrying on, supporting the marshals, doing their bits for the marshals, as we said with the C1 Racing Club for the 24-hour. They were doing the marshals package, and it's great to see, as we saw the weekend, if you are a Formula One Netflix fan, marshals up there, giving the drivers their trophies and things like that. And it's just great to see everyone is really behind them. And like I said earlier, going back to COVID, where we all used to clap for the NHS on a Thursday. That seemed to die out and fizzle out. A few weeks after, everyone seemed to forget about all the hard work the NHS and stuff like that were doing. But I'm super impressed and super proud of everybody who still gets behind the Orange Army now and still keep singing their praises. They haven't just fizzled behind on the line.
Absolutely, absolutely. Especially after the tragic events of last year, it would have been easy for everyone to get on the bandwagon and then kind of forget it a little bit. But you make a great point there. The fact that that support is still going on. And especially as well, it was just great to see that I think there was a few Silverstone accounts, official Silverstone accounts, that wanted selfies from the marshals showing what they're doing that weekend. There's friends of ours that have taken up marshalling. It's still something that's on our to-do list.
We're going to do it.
Stefan and myself were lucky enough last year. We couldn't make it this year because we were at the C1 24 hours, but we were lucky enough to have a go in the pace car, which wasn't really a pace car, but that was interesting. And the Orange Army do fantastic things, but more importantly, they make sure we get to do what we love. So, Nick, fantastic point there, mate. Absolutely fabulous. Well done to them.
Yeah, just a massive well done for everybody else again who's doing their bit to keep these guys, keep them all going. It's great.
There we go.
One big happy motorsport family, aren't we?
Oh, we love it. What a sport this is. I say it every time. I
Can't beat it.
I love this sport. I adore it. Especially now my car's working. Touch wood.
Touch wood.
Touch wood. Maybe in a few weeks when it comes back from Sned, it broke again.
No, do you know what? It's gonna be brilliant, right? So this is what. So we're into July now, yeah. So it's like over halfway through the year now.
Yeah.
It's going to be great if by the last show of the year you two are selling your race cars still.
I'll never sell it.
All three of us. It's got to sell. Maybe we can all just go join Ian Waterhouse and go play golf.
Yeah, maybe.
But we'll see. Tune back in 6 or 5 months' time, everyone.
Yeah,
we'll
tune back in 5 months' time and see if we're Club Golf UK. You know what I mean? Just
for our Christmas special.
I would start with it. It would have been gone.
Jamie Peter Ennis, fabulous to see a marshal on the podium at the Grand Prix presenting a trophy. So that was Nadine Lewis, who was chairman of the BMMC. She got a chance to present to a trophy as well to one of the drivers. I know I bang on about it all the time, but those men, women, boys and girls who give up their time for free to ensure we can do the sport we love, they are the unsung heroes in our sport, and I want to personally thank every single marshal, medic, officer, all the other volunteers for everything you do, and that is echoed by us at Club Racing UK, guys. Thank you.
100%. Well said, James.
Thank you. So, boys, we're getting towards the end of the show, so that was a good little catch-up, wasn't it?
Oi, I thought we were going to the comments and seeing what everybody else's views on things were. Or has nobody commented?
We've been through everyone's comments. I think as soon as the driving standards thing came in, it lit up. Everyone got angry, posted what they thought, and we spoke about it.
And they buggered off.
Charlie McCready, 6 months' time, you can all try a different type of motorsport. Club Drifting UK.
Yep.
Nah, drifting's for yobbos.
Well,
and Club Rally UK.
I tell you what, right? This is another thing, right? I haven't told you guys about this yet. I have discussed the idea with my partner.
Is this an exclusive?
This is an exclusive. So I had a chat with Dee the other day. She's got a little K8, and I have been looking into doing a 12-car rally with the missus. The most basic novice form of rallying you can do is a 12-car rally on a public road. You don't need safety harnesses or anything like that. You can if you want to.
Yeah, you should.
But yeah, I'd love to. To be fair, with Dee doing the mapping, because she doesn't give herself credit. I love my missus. She supports me so much in motorsport. And I said to her, would you be up for doing it? Oh, I don't know if I'll be able to do the mapping, but I think she'd be great at it. And it's not circuit racing, but it's a different form of motorsport that I want to try. So,
well, why don't you kit the KA out with like Bilstein shocks and bits from the old Enduro KAs?
I might have to soup it up a little bit, but a couple of little twin headlights on the front, and me and Dee could go do some 12-car.
Yeah, put a number on the side of it.
And we'll let you go. Sam Pierce, he says, Rob talks. Oh, yeah, Scotty does the 12-car rallies. I'll speak to him. Scott Woodwist has come in. I will see you this weekend at Donington Romo. Scott, I will see you there. I will be there Saturday during the day, getting ready for some C1 fun times this weekend. I'm looking forward to that. Guys, any other business from yourselves?
We've got one more advert, just to please everyone.
Let's throw.
Hi guys, we're just here checking out EBC. If you're looking to save seconds on your lap time, then make sure you check out their new range of race pads. They've got them all shapes, sizes, all different compounds to suit whatever racing you're doing. So make sure you go to their website and check them out.
So professional. We're getting so professional. How we're not primetime TV, I don't know.
Missing out. The world is missing out.
No,
I will. Well, that's something we're going to work on, isn't it? I was going to say, the start of that advertisement, though, Stefan, how that doesn't give anyone whiplash or spins them out. The camera comes flying round.
It's just like a nice entry, isn't it?
It is a bit whiplashy, isn't it? It is a bit whiplashy, isn't it? But gents, thank you very much for tonight. Thank you to everyone that's been watching and listening to the Club Racing UK podcast that is on Club Racing UK Facebook.
Hang on. We can't sign off yet.
Sorry, it's a bit more plug-in, I'm afraid.
Okay.
No, well, it is.
Mine is. I don't know what yours is, Nick. I'm going first.
Any other business, right?
If you head to the shop on the website, our teamwear is now for sale if you wish to purchase it. But we also have some other stock that is, I think it's 30%. I think it's 30% off or 40% off. It's massively reduced, so go check it out. Have a look what else is in there. Raffle ticket, obviously. And see what you fancy.
Yeah.
That was me. I'm done.
And all I was going to say is join us in 2 weeks for the next podcast. We are going to be joined by Team PDC, and we'll be talking all things PDC racing.
PDC racing, so that will be classic stock hatch, bit of Porsche racing from back in the day. I'm looking forward to that one. I love the classic stock hatch series. So yes,
so we'll be having Pip Hammond, Gavin on. I think Esther's joining us as well. So that'd be nice to have some guests on. They dabble in a bit of everything. So
beautiful. So, that'd be great to see guys, true club racers there in the right mind. So that was Nick Holmes and Stefan Much of Club Racing UK. I have been your host, Robert Lewis, and we will catch you in 2 weeks on the Club Racing UK podcast. Ta-da for now.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.